Hi, Sagittarius. I was just looking over our cosmic weather right now, and Jupiter is your ruling planet. So Mercury is going to line up with Jupiter around, I think, the 30th or 31st, maybe the 29th, depending on where you are in the world. So you might want to look at that. Oh, are you going to wake up? Okay. I've been gone for a couple days, so she's very needy right now. Oh, she's beautiful. So, right now, oh, something flipped up. Did it? No. So right now the moon is in Leo, just left Cancer. The Lover's card just popped up. I'm going to show you your cards towards the end and discuss everything with you. But Venus is going to be retrograding Scorpio October 6th, 5th, 6th, 7th, depending on where you are at. And then, when it goes into retrograde, Scorpio, and we're coming up on Scorpio season. We're in Libra, which where the Sun is right now, and Mercury. But when we come up on that, it's what we've suppressed and repressed and all that is going to show up in our eternal world. Scorpio is about death, rebirth. We go to the dark surface, and I say we personally, as a Scorpio Sun and Moon. And Mercury is going to be going Scorpio in Scorpio season. I mean, it's just, Scorpio season is going to be ridiculous. But the first week of November is we're going to look around at everything October did and go from there. So, it's kind of that aha moment, oh, that's why that went down kind of thing, like we all do. I was told to pick from the middle. The Empress. So maybe lovers could do with a relationship. Empress energy being Aries, I believe. In this Miss Cleo deck, the card is number 3, not Roman numeral. Alright, Temperance. So far you got 6, 3, and 14, which equals 5. So I think the 23rd the sun goes in Scorpio, and honestly, it's just, this is when the dead come to life. I mean, it goes right, it's like everything goes into Scorpio season, right around Halloween. The Hermit. Oh, didn't see that guy. 5 of coins. Oh, didn't see that guy either. Or that guy. 7 of staffs, 3 of cups. When I was meditating, the 8 of cups came out. When I was shuffling and meditating, which I do before every video. Sage, do all that stuff. But everything we've repressed is going to be coming out. And look where Jupiter is in your chart. This reading is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Sagittarius, but I always look at ruling planets also, and that's a big deal. So where's Jupiter in your chart? Mine is not anywhere near Sagittarius, but my Venus is in Sagittarius, and it's very close to my Sun and Moon. So I'm waiting to split. King of Swords. So you have the Lovers, the Empress, Temperance, the Hermit, 5 of Coins, 7 of Staffs, 3 of Cups, and King of Swords all in the upright. And I shuffled 2. And I'll pull like a healing card or something at the end. I've just been going with the flow until I get better with timing and scheduling. I'm just going as I pull the energy together. So that's what I do right now. And I'll get quicker and better and have more consistency as I go. So I feel a very, when the Lovers came out first, I don't feel like that's necessarily, if you are in a relationship. I feel like it's more of a, you're being blocked with the Empress coming up next to it. And there's the Temperance card right after. So it's about balancing all this Venus energy. Saturn's in Capricorn too, so lots of grounding to be done. Then right after Temperance, you get the Hermit. And I'll go into these more. I just want to show you and talk to you a little bit. But I'm going to pause it and put it on the cards, the camera. It is so hot in here, so. Fire energy. Feeling the fire, the heat. So then, now, the 5 of coins fell out. And then the 7 of staffs. Wands, however you want to look at it. And then you ended with the 3 of cups and the King of Swords. But I just don't feel like your relationship, and it could be personal, business, anything, but I feel like it's personal. But it's just not, it doesn't feel like it's doing well. There's that Aries energy, and we just left that full moon. And I'm not saying an Aries person or sign, I'm talking about the energy of the full moon when I say the signs. So we just left that. And I think if you're not at the Aries energy, I feel like there's some resistance of sort, but very direct. And then with the Temperance, you're gonna have to level out to get back to that loving, seeing eye to eye energy. After you balance that, you're gonna go to the Hermit mode. Then 5 of coins, 7 of staffs, King of Swords, and with the 3 of cups at the end. And I was sitting with a Sagittarius, and that was on the bottom of the deck. And I didn't get time to read for her, but that was on the bottom of the deck when we were together, and I had got everything ready, like my deck and stuff. So after I read everything, I'm gonna pull a healing card, or from the Goddess Oracle deck, from this deck, because I feel, I'm channeling fire energy intentionally, but then I go into personal when I channel Sagittarius, and I just see this Empress is where you're at, right in this moment. If not, you could have been there, you could be headed there, but I think you need to get back here, because it dropped out first, but we're going to go into it more. Like I said, I'll drop the healing card too. Be right back. Okay, Sagittarius, I'm back. So, we had the Lovers. Like I said, I feel like this is a relationship, and for some reason it's telling me it's personal, but that's not going to resonate with everyone. It could be business, anything you have to make eye contact with. That's what you do on a daily. Who, place, event. And when I think about the Empress, for some reason I saw female Aries. I don't know if that has to do with anything, but I feel like there's the female is kind of backing off, and usually I don't want to do gender, and I know that's a female in the Empress card, but I see almost a birth of some sort, of something, an idea, but maybe the partner or the other person is just a little too much. So you're doing your best to give and take, which Sagittarius can come off as, very direct. So that makes sense, But then here's the Hermit. So you're done with this trying. I feel like a somewhat resistance here. So you're trying to find the light in this. Notice the wand in one hand and the light in the other. So you're on a path of sort. There's an innocence about it. You go back to maybe trying to be more compassionate. You're looking at all the options that you have in front of you, but you forget that you need to go within. That's why the moon is so prominent in this card. The water's everywhere. You know that because the water again goes into the Seven of Staffs. So, but look how he's standing now. Maybe like the Six Staffs has built a wall. And look at the different color of this, the red. Maybe you built a wall against your lover or business partner or a place that you frequent, things that you constantly look at every day. So we move on to the King of Swords. I think this is going to cause the other person, excuse me, to go into this King of Swords energy. Because look how his sword's up. But he's got a small wand. But the water runs on both sides. Maybe this is him. Maybe this is the partner feeling this way. Very defensive, sad, depressed, maybe even. Because the 5 here, it just shows me like almost a, like maybe a wife or energy is, or a girlfriend energy is, causing this feeling. But actually, I think he's doing it to himself. The person, the partner is. I think at the end of it, maybe after everything starting to straighten out at the first week in November, and we get some things into motion, because Mercury's going to be moving into Scorpio. So some good deep communication, things that's been repressed could pop up on the outside. Maybe that's the repression or suppression. But look at the bottom of the deck when I flipped it up, was the 10 of Cups. So that's good. You went from a 3 to a 10 instantly. Ace of Staffs, 4 of Staffs, 4 of Wands, so togetherness. Death card. Maybe it's the end. Maybe there'll be an apology after all this negative energy and selfishness of sort I feel here. Like, I feel like this is you and this is them. And I don't ever do like lover stuff, but it was the first card out. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. So that's just what I'm getting. Okay, I'm going to do a healing card from Doreen Virtue's Goddess Oracle deck. And we work with the Scorpio energy. It's hard to be with Scorpio. Scorpio is very deep, very, the abyss-like, the still waters. There's a fire also to it. So I just feel like with this Mercury going into Scorpio, I think you should use it and find the communication with this lover. But let's pull a healing card to see. I'm going to split this deck. Fertility. It is the perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. Which is so great. When I was around the Sagittarius, I felt the need to wear purple that day. Like a healing. And if that isn't healing, I don't know what else is. Hope you can see it. I'm going to read this for you. Let me go back up to the fertility a little bit. There we go. Okay. Just put you back. I'm going to read this for you. There's no way you can memorize all these. I mean, maybe I will one day. The message. Springtime is any time when the light increases within your mind and entire system. If you feel dark, heavy, or depressed, then you can lighten up by fueling yourself with positive intentions, nutritious foods, and anything that sparks your feelings of love. And speaking of love, real quick, Empress does have a sign of Venus also. So I really think this is about communication with this partner. I keep going back to that. Surround yourself and brighten the colors with bright colors. So I was just saying about wearing purple. So maybe you need to wear some bright colors. And it does make a difference. You can paint a sunnier outlook within yourself, which will give rise to all sorts of new opportunities. Then capitalize on this increased vigor by starting a new project that really makes your heart sing with excitement. So it's the beginning of things. And remember, there's the Ten of Cups. And the Death card was at the end. So all this old energy will be wiped out very soon. It also signifies pregnancy. You will be involved with a successful child conception, adoption, or custody resolution. Your desire will fully manifest in springtime. There's a resurrection of the old, and like I just said, the Death card. Your new idea or venture will be successful. It's a good time to make some life changes. So I think if there is a pregnancy being attempted, that's probably why it talks about diet, to get your body ready. Ostara, she's the Teutonic goddess. If I'm saying that wrong, you can yell at me in the comments. Of fertility and springtime. The words East and Easter were both named after her because of the reference to the sun rising in the east and the increase in sunlight beginning in the Celtic springtime. She celebrated during the spring equinox as the bringer of increased light and the balance between nighttime and daytime hours. Call upon her to increase your fruitfulness, fertility, or to help you embark on new adventures. So Ostara. So Sagittarius, remember, and if this is for a female, you know, it's the fire energy in you over this person is, you feel like you're trying to balance and go inside a little, but you know, they're feeling this depression, and I think you're starting to feel it too, which could be why this King of Swords is all of a sudden going to come up, and then we'll be together again. And then the Ten of Cups fell out at the end. And look at the Ace of Staffs, Four of Staffs, and then the Death card. And it talked about it's time to end the old things. Come back to your healing. See where Jupiter is in your chart. See where Venus is in your chart. See what house it's in, what sign it falls under. Okay. Thank you, Sagittarius. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe and hit the bell to get notifications. Thank you. Have a great one.